Welcome friends. The topic of today's lecture is development of portal vein. So as you have already seen in my previous video on formation of ductus venosus, there are two Vitelline veins . This is the developing lever and this is the proximal portion of the right Vitelline vein and this is the left Vitelline vein. The proximal parts of these two Vitelline veins surround the developing duodenum. Okay. Now these two Vitelline veins becomes interconnected by three transverse anastomoses, one dorsal and two ventral anastomosis. The most cranial anastomosis which is joining these two Vitelline veins is a ventral anastomosis in the substance of the developing lever. The second one is dorsal to this developing duodenum in the middle part, and the third one, which is the most caudal one, is lying ventral to this developing duodenum. Okay, so three pairs of anastomosis occurs between the two Vitelline veins, two ventral and one dorsal anastomosis. Now two veins develop independently in relation to the left Vitelline vein just caudal to this dorsal anastomosis here. This is the sphenic vein and a superior mesenteric vein. Okay, so this was the sphenic vein, developing sphenic vein, and this was the superior mesenteric vein. Okay, so these two veins has developed independently in the left vein just caudal to the dorsal anastomosis. Okay, now very soon some parts of these Vitelline vein will disappear and those which will remain will form the portal vein. So let us see which part of the Vitelline vein will disappear. So let us see in another diagram. So this was the two Vitelline veins, right and the left Vitelline vein, the developing lever, cranial most ventral anastomosis, the developing duodenum, the middle dorsal anastomosis, and the cranial ventral anastomosis. And these were the two developing sphenic vein and this superior mesenteric vein in relation to the left vein just caudal to the dorsal anastomosis. This part of the right Vitelline vein caudal to the dorsal anastomosis will disappear. So this will disappear. This caudal ventral anastomosis will also disappear. The part of the left Vitelline vein which is caudal to this, the sphenic vein and the superior mesenteric vein draining into the left Vitelline vein will also disappear. Okay. Now the part of the left Vitelline vein which is cranial to the dorsal anastomosis and caudal to the cranial ventral anastomosis. So this part of the left Vitelline vein will also disappear. Okay, so these are the remaining part of the right and the left vein which will form the portal vein. So let us see which part of the Vitelline vein will form the portal vein. So here the part of the left Vitelline vein into which the sphenic vein and the superior mesenteric vein is draining this part. The the complete dorsal anastomosis. Okay, the part of the right vitelline vein from the dorsal anastomosis to the cranial-most ventral anastomosis, this part. So this whole part will form the main trunk of the portal vein. Now, this part of the right vitelline vein, cranial to the ventral anastomosis, cranial-most ventral anastomosis, will form the right branch of portal vein. This will form the right branch of portal vein, and this was forming the main branch of the portal vein or the main trunk of the portal vein. And this part, the cranial-most ventral anastomosis, along with the cranial-most part of the left vitelline vein, this vein, will form the left branch of the portal vein. Okay, so again repeat. The part of the left vitelline vein, cranial to the formation of the splenic vein and the superior mesenteric vein, the whole of the dorsal anastomosis, and the part of the right vitelline vein from the dorsal anastomosis to the cranial-most ventral anastomosis will form the main trunk of the portal vein. The part of the portal vein, the part of the right vitelline vein, cranial to the cranial-most ventral anastomosis will form the right branch of portal vein, this will. And this portion, that is the ventral anastomosis, cranial-most ventral anastomosis, along with the cranial-most part of the left vitelline vein, will form the left branch of portal vein. And as we have seen in the previous video on the formation of the ductus venosus, this left branch of portal vein will now communicate with the ductus venosus, okay, and through this ductus venosus it will drain into the right hepatocardiac channel, which will form the hepatic segment of the inferior vena cava. Now if we compare it with the adult portal vein, we can see that the splenic vein and the superior mesenteric vein joins together to form the portal vein. Okay, the portal vein then goes related dorsally to the duodenum. Okay, then it goes towards the liver and divides into right branch and left branch, and the left branch is communicating with ductus venosus to the IVC. Okay, so this completes the development of the portal vein. Thank you.